Hi everybody, I'm Jay with 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗟𝗪, and today this is the first review posted on YouTube for the Hone Rolling Knife Sharpener, and it's a comprehensive deep dive that I hope you'll enjoy. Now, the Hone Rolling Knife Sharpener is the third company with a rolling sharpener to hit the market. And unlike other sharpeners, this unit has so many features and new design improvements, including the knife holder, which looks nothing like the competitors, that this is a rolling sharpener that has truly been designed and engineered from the ground up. Now, the Hone Sharpener is designed and assembled in Canada. And is patent pending with the United States Patent and Trademark Office, and all legal paperwork has been filed. It should be noted that I have not been paid, and all statements are my own without any influence from Hone. I conducted an extensive one-on-one, one-hour impromptu interview with the designer and founder of Hone without providing any of my questions to him beforehand to discuss how this device differs from the other rolling sharpeners on the market. And he had answers for every tough question, including the big one, which is this just another knockoff? The answer was definitively no, and he was well prepared for that question. But a device that has been designed with the idea in mind of improving everything lacking in other rolling knife sharpeners and improving on not just one or two, but numerous areas which are lacking with those other devices, as well as the value and price for what you receive. Let's get into this in-depth and comprehensive review, and then tell me what you think of the Hone Rolling Knife Sharpener down in the comments. I think you'll be impressed by what you're about to see. The Hone Sharpener is a beautifully designed sharpener. Its main body is comprised of an anodized all-aluminum roller with a nice grip, which sits over an all-aluminum shaft you hold to move the sharpener back and forth, causing the sharpening wheels to rotate across the knife. The build of this unit is rock solid. All screws and bolts used in this unit are 440 stainless steel for a guaranteed no rust with its construction. Now, the bolts used for the main shaft have been secured with thread lock, so the bolt will never back out on its own. There's a nylon washer between the back of the shaft to prevent any metal-on-metal contact. Now, the one thing about this center roller is that it feels really good. It's not wood, and Hone did that for a reason. If you get any water between the rollers, the wood can swell and create issues with rolling the device, thus making it unusable. This will never swell or have any damage should water get on the unit or between the rollers inadvertently. No need to ever worry about this with the Hone Sharpener. Now, the sharpening discs are large, which means in many cases where I've had to use a chopping board on larger knives with another manufacturer's rolling sharpener, these discs are larger than that and reach the top of the blades. Now, should you have a cleaver or a very large knife, you still need to use the cutting board technique to sharpen the blade. Nothing wrong with it, but you need it a lot less with the Hone. Now, the sharpening stones in this device are all diamond coated and double-sided. That's right, double-sided. So you can turn over the plate and you'll have another diamond plate that's brand new. Or you can alternate back and forth to double the lifetime of the sharpening disc. I think this was a genius design compared to having to unscrew an entire piece of a product and then screw it back on together is very expensive and costs you, the consumer, a lot more money. However, Hone was able to solve that problem with this new design. Now you just replace the surface and not a major part of the device. This device never needs to be unscrewed or screwed back together. It's an ingenious design that lets you pop out the sharpening plate to wash it in the sink, dry it off, and then place it back in the magnetically secured holder with the N52 neodymium rare earth magnets, which are some of the strongest magnets on Earth. Now, these magnets are also used throughout the knife blade holder, and I'll get to that in a moment. The sharpening discs on this unit are electroplated with monocrystalline diamonds on both sides of the disc. This unit comes from Hone with a 400 grit and 1000 grit diamond disc, which is a great pairing point to start sharpening a knife. A 400 grit will even repair some minor nicks and definitely take a blade that's not in great shape and remove enough metal down to get the surface ready for the finer sharpening with the 1000 grit disc. Now, the good news is a 200, 2000, and 3000 grit disc are in the works along with the ceramic homing disc. Should be out in the next few months if all goes as planned. Now, the new disc grits are going to be about 20 bucks US, which is a great thing where you can get all of these plates for a very reasonable price. The plates can also then be flipped over, reattached with the N52 magnets, and this doubles the life of the single-sided stone. And again, you don't have to unscrew or screw anything to get it to work. There's no need to also find an appropriate pencil eraser around your house. I mean, I don't need pencils. Who has pencils anymore? But to do an eraser and to clean this makes a mess, you just pop off the disc like this, you wash and dry it, and you're back in business fast. Pretty genius if you ask me. Now, the wheels that hold these discs on both sides of the cylinder are solid machined 440 stainless steel, will never come off the unit. Each wheel has a rubber roller inset directly in the stainless steel cylinder, which allows for a non-slip rolling experience and provides easy replacement should you ever need to do that over time. Now let's get on to the other extremely unique part of this sharpening system, the knife holder. Now, unlike other knife holders that are wood with little feet glued on the bottom and can and have popped off, this design leaps that style in both style and functionality as it uses a solid molded piece of NBR rubber with built-in molded feet. Should a glued-on foot be used and come off, the sharpener is absolutely useless. Now, the hone will never be rendered useless because these feet cannot come off. With this molded rubber design, there's a zero chance of also breaking this, and unlike a wood holder, should it drop and hit the floor, it will not cause any damage. Now let's get on to the magnets because these are really cool. Each of the magnets is sunk in 1 millimeter so that your blade never touches the metal magnet, and these magnets are so strong, the knife when placed on the holder has zero, and I mean zero movement. It literally pulls it from your hands as you approach the holder, and it sticks on hard. These magnets, as you can see, are huge, which means the magnetic properties are of magnitude in size compared to other magnetic knife holders. All screws used to secure these magnets are also set with Loctite and are high quality solid 440 stainless steel screws. And I think it's really cool, almost like a skeleton watch, that you can actually look and see what's actually doing the work inside. Now, the features of this holder are very unique, and it's a first in its design that really elevates to a complete portable and compact knife sharpening system, especially for those wanting to sharpen a knife without the need to really know how to sharpen, other than using the hone correctly. This may change, but for now, hone has moved in the front of these with its novel and very functional design. One way is for standard EDC knives and kitchen knives, and the other way is for small knives such as paring knives and even smaller pocket knives, as I even sharpen my small 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗟𝗢𝗪 pocket knife, which you can see being sharpened here. Now, that requires a minor adjustment, but I was actually shocked that it worked without having the knife slide around. That's due to the N52 rare magnets on the side for the smaller knives, and most people are not going to be sharpening a tiny knife that's only 7/8 of an inch. Both large and small knives can be sharpened with precision at 15 and 20 degrees, and something is even in the works from hone that will allow you to get different angles of your choosing without replacing this holder, and it's very cool indeed. I'll be covering that when it's released, so make sure to hit the subscribe and notification buttons, like this video, and I have a lot more information coming soon. If you look carefully, you'll see several key features about this holder when it comes to holding the smaller knife. First, you will notice that it has dedicated N52 magnets, which have been sized for the smaller knives, and the cutout area, which allows you to set in the knife without issue and hold it firmly in place. Absolutely genius. This design is fantastic, and this holder definitely beats out any other holder on the market when it comes to the small knife. You'll also notice when sharpening those knives, the cutout area has a mold cutout on the corner. It allows you to sharpen the smaller blades so the sharpening plate and disc won't touch the rubber knife holder during the sharpening process of the narrow side of the knives, and you really get that tip sharpened well. Another genius design that hone thought about. Additionally, there's a groove design in the holder that between the groove and the magnets, the knife is securely held in place and is not going anywhere. I was really excited to know that I could actually use my little tiny 𝗙𝗟𝗟𝗟𝗢𝗪 and angle it, which it really isn't designed for, but it still worked because that N52 magnet is so powerful. And due to the rubber used and rubber molded feet, it does not move once you put it on the counter. Just put your hand on it and it should secure very well in place without having to slide around. Now, I've sharpened several knives, including this one that you'll see in the future videos, and the 400 1000 grit got them to the point where, with stropping, I was able to get a very sharp blade. I was very pleased with the results, and knowing that a 200, 2000, and 3000 grit and a ceramic is on the way, this sharpener will definitely be what I call the Swiss Army knife of the rolling sharpener world. Its compact form, its N52 strong magnets, and removable, reversible sharpening discs are really something that's unique that nobody else has. The ability of sharpening the smaller knives and the really tiny knives and a nice storage box with heavy-duty foam insert means that this device has everything that you want in a rolling sharpener at a price everyone will be able to afford without buying a basic or an intermediate or a pro and then getting all the accessories with it. You just buy one sharpener and you're going to be good for the lifetime of that device. Now, I'll be doing a comparison with another rolling knife sharpener soon, so please make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell and the like button to be sure to drop a comment on what you think of this review. I greatly appreciate it. As I move on to the next great wide world of new product reviews, culinary world and barbecue world, there's a lot to talk about, and I'll be covering them here. Now, Steve Jobs once said, and I quote, "Design is not what it looks like and feels like. Design is how it works." And I think Steve Jobs would agree this design works well. If you're a company and you want a fair and honest deep dive review on your product, you can contact me through my website at ukulelejbbq.com or direct message me on Instagram at ukulelejbbq. Until next time, smoke on, baby!